Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining in. Today, we will be starting a series of podcasts regarding senior wellness. And this topic is very personal to me because I'm almost reaching 60 in a couple of years, and I will be facing the same challenges. This is my preparation to educate myself how we will go through the challenges, changes, and the solutions rather than we have a marginal decade. Usually, most of us spend last 10 years of our life with sickness or restrictions. What is important for us when we are 60 or above? Whether it's your nutrition, your exercise, your sleep, your mental health, your social engagement, your sleep, and preventive care. These are the 7 pillars of our ongoing life. Aging is beautiful. I've seen a lot of people take aging negatively, but I take aging as a privilege. By 2030, 1 in 5 American will be above the age of 60. So we will be in majority. We must understand ourselves. Every human being has 5 domains. All of us know this word through 5 domains. We have body, that's our physical domain. Everything which exists, we experience through our body. Number 2 is emotional domain. That is the spice of life. Fear, anger, jealousy, love, hatred, happiness, joy, bliss. It what make life rich and worth living. Third domain is cognitive. That is the rational human being insight, which lets us think, learn, problem solve, and make our moral and immoral decisions. Fourth is our spiritual domain. That is our overarching GPS, how we conduct our life. Fifth is our social domain. Our social domain is everything other than me, myself, everything which surrounds me. And there are only 5 things which makes our social world. It's made up other people, places, things, time, and event. There are unique challenges as we age, and especially after the age of 60. Our health challenges are our habits have led to chronic medical illnesses, which lead to both physical decline, emotional decline, cognitive decline, and burden of chronic diseases and medications. Financially, we neither young, neither old. We are either retired or we are contemplating our retirement. It limits our capacity to earn, so it is a lot of financial constraint. Most of us will be on fixed income, and we need to learn through wisdom how we're going to juggle our financial world. Third kind of domain is emotional. Accrue a lot of regrets that leads to depression. We have a lot of worries about future that leads to anxiety. And between anxiety and depression, our intellectual or cognitive capabilities go down. And this is the age where it starts hitting us. Who am I? Why I'm here? Those questions are a very predominant part of thought process at this age. When we are young, our responsibilities and our energy for life keeps us going, and we know the circle is closing, and we also know that there is X number of years that are left. If you are above the age of 65, it's not all bad news. If we go with the law of average, if you're male, you have about 18 years. And if you're female, you have about 19 years. Most of the time, family dynamics, either due to loss or separation. Children have moved out, there is emptiness syndrome. If God forbid you lose your partner, that leads to a lot of loneliness, pain, and suffering. Then comes the technology, whether it's patient portal, texting them, voicemails. So being apt to technology, it is becoming a significant source of stress. Then navigating healthcare. How good your primary care is, how good your transportation is, and how quickly you could access healthcare when you need it. Can you get it quickly? Make sure you fill in those surveys and don't throw them away. It helps our regulators to come up with better policies. It weed out bad healthcare systems. Pillars of our life above the age of 60: nutrition, exercise, mental health, social engagement, sleep, and preventive care. Nutrition. We all know that we should be eating right, but the uniqueness above the age of 60 is your metabolism goes down. If you continue to consume same number of calories, you will gain weight. You will not be able to function vigorously as you can. We have to differentiate between calories and nutrition. You need more protein. Average adult needs about 0.8 grams of protein per. Once you cross 60, you need more protein, about 1 gram to 1.2 grams per kg. So your protein intake must increase. You need more of vitamins, minerals, trace elements more than what you needed at your young age. You need to ensure that your food is nutrition dense and not caloric dense. What are the foods which are nutritionally dense? Which is fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes, lean meat, and clean fats. Most of the calories needs to come from plant source. That will provide all vitamins, minerals, and trace elements. Increase your calcium and vitamin D, vitamin B for your nerves, low sodium, high potassium diets which comes from fruits and vegetables for your blood pressure. Fiber is very important. Number one medical complaint is constipation that leads to bloating, uncomfortable feeling. In United States, we consume on an average 14 grams of fiber. We eat 28 to 35. If you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, whole grains and legumes, and avoid unhealthy processed foods, you will provide fiber, you will be regular, and you will be able to manage your weight. And indirectly, once you increase plant-based whole grain diet, you take care of your gut microbiome, and they reward you producing certain chemicals which goes to your brain to help you manage stress and depression, decrease your cravings for food, and your immune system improves. They are integral part of our life. As we age, our sense of thirst decreases, so must keep yourself hydrated. But pay attention, if you are suffering from congestive heart failure, ask your doctor and do not go with generic recommendations. How you can improve your diet? Make sure you eat nutrition diet. You will heal faster, your mood will be better, your intellect will be sharp, and you will be able to navigate better. Second domain of life is physical activity. And how can you make sure you don't get marginal decade? The key is exercise. Exercise, we need to break it into three buckets. First is the aerobic exercise, which is walking, swimming, cycling, treadmill. That is good for heart. For our muscles, we need resistance training. And third is the balance. Whether you're doing Tai Chi, yoga, all three components needs to be included. I've seen seniors, they sometimes only do aerobic exercises, or few are doing only resistance training, and nobody is doing balance training. You must do all three components. And fourth is flexibility, stretching. We in our office have yoga classes 3 times a week, and we have Tai Chi class now twice a week in both offices. And it is free, and you do not need to be our patient. You could come and join us. We want to be providing wholesome care, and this is our little effort to help you stay independent, stay healthy. I have done this survey in my office every day, and I ask this question over and over. One of the biggest fear of all of us is end up in a nursing home. If we don't want to end up in nursing home, make sure we exercise about 150 minutes per week. Third is the balance and flexibility. If you exercise, you will be able to delay or prevent age-related problems. You will have a strong muscle mass. And sarcopenia, meaning loss of muscle, is one of the main component which will determine how you're going to be in your last decade. Your balance and coordination will be improved, and your mental health improves. You will be able to think sharply, make it enjoyable. Go with the group, start slow. If you have never exercised, talk to your physician, and above all, listen to your body. We don't listen to our body whether we are eating, exercising. Warm up, keep yourself hydrated. Next domain is your mental health. It is fear of future, that's anxiety, regrets of the past, that's depression, and your cognitive loss. Those are the main thing. This last quarter of our life should be full of gratitude. Antidote to all mental illnesses is gratitude and focus. Learn how to meditate, journal yourself every day, write your gratitude journal, and if you are a man of religion, connect with your religious backgrounds. Your sadness, anxiety, loneliness all disappear. The biggest way to avoid mental maladies is social connection. Connect with your families, ask for forgiveness and forgive everybody, and manage your stress, and let's get involved with our communities. Human beings are social animals. They have estimated that if you are alone, there is a difference between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is that you are alone and you are not happy with yourself. Solitude is that you are alone and you are happy with yourself. People who experience loneliness, they are at high risk to develop all kind of complications, including death, stroke, heart attack, and above all, they're miserable due to anxiety and depression. Once the loneliness increases, your age decreases. Alone is equivalent to smoking, meaning if you never smoke but you are lonely and you're all bad thing which smoking does, equivalent to that happen to you when you feel a loneliness. What are our solutions? I think the biggest thing is connect with yourself first, then connect with your family, connect with your community, connect with sport groups, and finally connect with the bigger cause that will reduce your stress, sharpen your mind. Sleep, that is one of the challenge as we age. Few myths: we must sleep 7 to 8 hours every day. This myth that as we age our sleep requirement decrease is not correct. Our body actually needs more time to repair. Good sleep hygiene, have a consistent schedule what time you go to sleep. If it's 10 o'clock for you, then it's 10 o'clock every day. If it's 11 o'clock, it's 11 o'clock. We shut down all kind of stimulus, especially our phones, tablets, TV, minimum of 45 minutes to 1 hour before that. All sedatives like alcohol. Initially, a lot of seniors start drinking 1 or 2 drinks every night. Alcohol is a sedative. It will make you sleepy initially, but then there is a rebound where your brain wakes up and you cannot go to sleep. Make sure that your last cup of coffee or tea about 5 hours before your scheduled sleep time. Make your brain tired. Whatever is weight training is for your muscles, reading and writing is the same for your brain. Gratitude journal is a good way to end your day. Decrease the temperature by 1 to 2 degrees so it's cooler than the rest of your house. Walk around the house or inside the house about 45 minutes. Next is healthcare pillars of senior care. We need to be proactive and not reactive. Proactive is go and see your doctor for yearly physicals, for any kind of acute care which arises. Don't wait for 10 days if you have a little cough, cold, by the time those things have gotten worse. Chronic care, make sure you follow the recommendations of your primary physician, and above all, must go for your preventive care. If you keep up with your preventive care, straighten out your daily habits, and you take care of acute and chronic diseases, you need to be prudent who is your healthcare team. Healthcare is not a part-time job. Schedule your physical, know yourself, be responsible. If you have high blood pressure, diabetes, monitor it. I truly believe that every senior should have a good weighing machine, and they should take their weight very consistently and regularly, and if there is a fluctuation, make sure you report it to your doctor. Second, good blood pressure machine which reports your blood pressure, because when you come to our offices, pressure is falsely high. Then pulse ox, that will give you how much oxygen saturation is and your heart rate. Everybody needs to have a cancer screening and screening for heart attack and stroke. There are 4 cancers we screen which have shown to help, which is lung cancer screening for smokers, colorectal cancer or colon cancer, then breast cancer and cervical cancer. They all are done up to a specific age. If you are 65 and you have 2 pap smears which are normal, cervical cancer screening will stop, and your colon and breast will stop at the age of 75, and lung cancer will stop at the age of 80. If you are a male and smoker, you need to have abdominal aortic aneurysm screening. And every female above the age of 65 needs to have bone density test. And every male above the age of 70 needs to have. This is where I want your attention. Our seniors do not get proper vaccinations. And it is not that they are not offered. They have very strong opinions about the vaccine. I want to make it a point. Every year in the United States, during winter, we lose 50,000 seniors to winter illnesses which are 100% preventable. Those include flu, pneumonia, RSV, COVID. Now we have enough evidence, and I truly believe we need to put the politics behind and all the bad press behind and look for the evidence. Now it's a good time to be senior because between COVID, RSV, flu, and pneumonia, we pretty much can eliminate all the winter illnesses which kill 50,000 people. Above all, you must have shingles vaccine one time in life and also tetanus. If you get these vaccines, you will prevent a lot of pain and suffering. Healthcare, make sure you are proactive. Make sure your primary care doctor will see you when you need for acute care, chronic care, and preventive care. And they coordinated care for you. Lifestyle. This is the overarching principle as we go along. Have purpose in your life, manage your stress, exercise every day. When you're eating, make sure your food is colorful. Have different color of fruits and vegetables, more colors. They use the analogy of rainbow because if you have multiple color foods, you are eating nutrition dense food which will be rich in calcium, vitamin D, and B12. Walk 30 minutes 5 times a week. Strength and balance will prevent falls. Mental health is very important. Primary care physician will screen you for anxiety and depression and stay mentally active. Socially, prevent loneliness, get connected with yourself, your family, your community, other social groups. Sleep 7 to 8 hours, schedule your preventive care, and have a meaning and a purpose in life. These foundations of health, nutrition, exercise, mental health, social engagement, sleep, and preventive care are very, very important. I hope I was able to get your attention. Taking care of these 7 pillars is very important. Please share and comment on our content. Our channel is Kundlas MD, and I will look forward to meeting you in the next podcast. Thank you.